Outstanding team. Coach Muzzy does a great job. They're not only just extremely talented, but they just work so hard all the time. They don't. Uh, they're just a complete team. Great goaltending, veteran defense, four lines that all could be a top line on just about every other team. So they're deep, and again, they've always been extremely well conditioned, and they just come at you hard. So it'll be a tremendous challenge.
What does it take to go off and offset against a team like that?
Well, you need great goaltending. I think that's going to be paramount. They're a team that they'll put a lot of pucks on net. They just have a shot mentality. It just seems like whenever you play them, they seem to always get a bunch of shots. So certainly going to need good goaltending. But it's going to be a game where again every shift really really important. Be in the moment. It's going to be a combination of our defense have to be aggressive and stand up. We just can't give them a lot of time and space. We can't have gaps where they can start moving east-west on us. But that means our forwards got to backtrack hard. We got to really kind of, as a unit, really work together and protect the middle, because they're a team that's, for the amount of talent that they have, and they certainly have great talent. If you look at where a lot of the majority of their goals come from, it's right in the crease area. It's right in that blue paint or just outside of it, that kind of that gritty area. So you got to protect that area. You've got to have that mentality that you got to protect your house and try to keep on the perimeter as much as you can. But at the same time, if you can, make them play defense. Again, they're a team that likes to have the puck, and if you can possess it, if you can spend time in the offensive zone, that'll certainly help.
Talked about they're four lines strong, and I think that's something that you guys have been tracking towards here in the last few weeks, especially with Callie 2 weeks ago and her line playing on the same. This past weekend, Alyssa's line was tremendous. So just talk about how you're starting to gain more of that four line offense.
Yeah, it just again this time of the year, everybody kind of knows how we need to play, and so there's not as much thinking. They're just going out and reacting, and again, they're the home team, so it's going to be. I think the one area that she really does a good job at, Nadine, is she'll always find a way to get her top line out against maybe your third or set of D. So it's, again, she has that last change. So we just have to be really smart with how we try to match lines. But again, have to have faith in everybody that's on the ice against who's ever out there. Everybody has to do their job. That's kind of one of the emphasis is just everybody doing your job, because if you start trying to help out somewhere else, and now your spot's going to be open. So again, it's going to be a collective effort. Everybody has to do their job. Everybody has to be on the same page. That's what I said by staying in the moment. If something bad happens, if they score, man, you got to flush that right away and be ready, because they're a team that will definitely capitalize if you start dropping off.
It seems like every week she's just trying to raise the bar for herself, and just talk about how she's able to kind of keep building on it week to week.
Yeah, I think there's just a comfort level that she's finding, and obviously the team has in her. I think that's one thing about when a team's getting good goaltending, it just kind of frees that team up just to play. They're not not so worried about making mistakes. They realize they have a goalie back there that's gonna help them out. And I think it's a combination. I think she's just getting more and more comfortable. I think you're seeing that, and how much more she's playing the puck. Excuse me, and just all the experiences that she's had has just helped her. I think you're just seeing her. I just think you're seeing a goalie that's just very very comfortable in her position right now. She steps up in games. She plays well. I mean, regardless, I mean, she practices really well. Don't get me wrong, but it just seems like in games she's very very calm. She doesn't get flustered. And she'll just make these incredible saves, and it's no big deal to her. And meanwhile the bench is just getting all jacked up. And we played some really really good teams as of late, and it doesn't. She just goes out there and does her thing. And I think the biggest thing is she's just giving us a chance. I mean, over Duluth, it's 1-0 right to the end. Both the games against Minnesota, they're close to the third period, and obviously both the games against St. Thomas, same thing. It's just you're playing a game that you're not chasing the game, because she's kept you in it. She's giving you a chance. can't ask it any more out of your goalie than that.
Talk about the process of finding a player like her. And obviously, she went to the rink academy with Armstrong, but what was that? Where did she come across your group?
Yeah, she actually reached out to us a couple of years back when she was with Notre Dame. But Sarah Bobrowski, assistant coach, went out to a tournament last year in the fall, Stony Creek, which was one of the bigger tournaments on the women's side, and was there actually watching a different team, Etobicoke, which is where both Kendra and Maya played. And it was specifically, there was players on that team that she went to watch, but they happened to be playing Ring Kelowna. And I think it was twice during that game she was talking about, well, they're okay, but man, this goalie for Ring Kelowna is really playing well. And so that's really where it started. It just as the season progressed, and we're evaluating what we want to do in that position. We just kind of pinpointed her as the one we wanted. After we had a real good relationship with the Ring Kelowna staff, and we're real fortunate to have Eva.
It almost seemed like some of that stuff happens a lot with recruiting, where you go to look for someone and this other person drops off the page, and that's just kind of
it could definitely happen. And just really, really glad if everything worked out like it did in this particular case. Yeah.
Coach, last Saturday, the players stayed on the ice quite a bit longer than usual, so I got a chance to kind of watch what was happening out there. And you stayed on the ice, and I saw you watching the players on the ice after that St. Thomas game. You looked a lot like a proud papa. Could you share with us what you were thinking and what was going through your mind?
Well, you just feel happy for the group. I mean, again, it's been a challenging year, as you guys know, and just so to have them just be able to feel, have that exuberant feeling of winning a hockey game, and just the whole weekend. It was, obviously we went into it tied. Getting the extra, getting it, scoring the 6-on-5 goal was a lift, but then you lose the shootout. Like, it's amazing. It's a tie game, but you lose the shootout, you feel like you lost the game. And then just to come out again and having the opportunity to kind of leapfrog them as far as where we are in the standings. And then just, again, Yeva played well. Alyssa gets 2 goals. There was just a lot of neat things that happened in that game. It just felt good. You felt good for them. And obviously, you're just kind of waiting. I know there was the group got, both St. Thomas and Bemidji teams got together for a little bit. But just watching the different players interact with their teammates, or former teammates. Like Yeva was speaking with another teammate of hers from St. Thomas. So, yeah, I just kind of sit back, just watching them and just seeing them enjoy the moment was pretty cool.
When we played them last time, I got over 50 shots, so I'm expecting lots of shots this weekend, and I'm ready for that. And we're just gonna practice hard and get ready to play them.
Awesome. Are you guys playing with a lot of confidence right now coming off that win on Saturday?
Yeah, I think we're building confidence playing every game, and we will be ready for playing against top-ranked teams.
Yeah, and talk about your first time playing against them. You said you got 50-some shots. How do you manage games like that where you know you're going to be leaned on a little bit more?
I don't really think about that. I'm gonna get lots of shots. I just play by every shift, and every time they're in the zone, I just play by play. I don't know. Yeah.
What's going right for you right now? It seems like every week you just kind of keep building on the last one.
Yeah, I just gain confidence every game. So.
Yeah, and what's thinking back to when you played at rink before you came here, what's the biggest difference in that transition to the college league?
Transition from what? Sorry.
From where you were before this at the academy.
Well, better teams. Last year wasn't really competitive because we would beat every single team last year. But this league is really competitive. It's really hard to play against every team in this league. Yeah.
And, why did you feel like Bemidji State was the right place for you to play college hockey?
I knew some girls here, and feels like home here, like tiny university, and
yeah. Who did you know before you came here?
Haley Armstrong. We played together.
And how, was that, did you guys make that decision together, or was it?
We didn't make it together, but we just both kind of decided to go here.
Yeah, and obviously you guys have a couple of really good goalies. Talk about your relationship with Abby and the rest of the goalies and how that, how it plays out.
Me and Abby are pretty close friends, so we always have fun on the ice and practices, support each other.
And, how much do you feel like you've grown as a goalie from the beginning of the season up until now?
Yeah, I think I just become more confident.